Why, hello. So we've been working a lot with systems of equations, and now what we're going to do with it today is add word problems with it. So the solving won't change. That part we won't need extra practice with. We might, that's okay. But we need to know how to write them first. So we're going to look at two, maybe three here, and we got to know how to kind of break it up. We're almost going to make a spreadsheet to start it off. All of these we're going to use elimination for. So in this case, we have high school A and high school B. So those are kind of the two horizontal lines that we're going to have. They're going to Yellowstone, and then we look and what we have the next part, the senior class at high school A rented and filled 6 vans and 12 buses with 606 students. And then B has 12 vans, 3 buses, 309 students. Okay, each van and each bus carry the same number of students. How many students can a van carry? How many can a bus carry? So we're solving this as we go through. You could use V and B. I'd still use X and Y and just label what they are. So I'm just going to I'll go to the back so I don't have to look at that part of it. But we had, there we go, high school A and B are going to be our two horizontal line. So I got to come up with an equation. 10x plus 7y equals something. 10x plus 9y equals something, whatever those may be. The two things we had, though, sorry, my pen is not screwed in all the way. We had vans, buses, and students. So it helps to just label each of those as we go along. And my vans is going to be X, my buses is going to be Y. So this way I know and I can go back and say, all right, that's what I'm labeling them. So in school A, it said they had 6 vans plus 12 buses, and it was a total of 606 students. They're not always going to be that nicely in the sentence, but that one is, so let's take advantage. Next one, we have 12 vans plus 3 buses equaled 309 students. Okay. So now I have my system of equations. Okay. Oops, I said buses and wrote B. I'm going to just change that to a Y. So I got to decide which one to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of the X's because I know I could just change 6 to 12 by multiplying by -2. Now, why -2? Because I need one positive and one negative X. So I'm going to break out the calculator. We have -2 times 6 is -12x. 12 and -2 is -24y. I put plus negative. I usually don't do that, but it's okay. 606 times 2 should be 1212. Yep. So -12, 12. And then the bottom row doesn't change. 12x plus 3y equals 309. So I got what I wanted, elimination with the x's. -24 plus 3 gives me -21y. And then I have -1212 plus 309 gives us -903. A little bit bigger numbers, but we still just have one step to solve now. Divide by -21. And we get 43. So if I go back and look, I say, okay, why is 43? Why is the buses? So I found the number of students that fit on the bus, but now I need to go back to and plug in for the vans. So I'll do the bottom equation. So I have 12x plus 3 times y is 43 equals 309. So 3 times 43 gives us 129. We have 12x plus 129 equals 309. Subtract 129 from both sides. And we have 180. Divide that by 12, and we get 15. Now, the last part is we're not quite done with our answer. We need to label this as we go along. So it's asking how many students can a van carry and how many can a bus carry. So I go 15 is the van. So 15 students I'm just going to go the slash like per van and 43 students per bus. So that would give us our final answer. We got to make sure that we label that when we are complete. So we have Leah and Wong each improved their yards by planting grass sod and geraniums. They bought their supplies from the same store. Leah spent 190 on 13 square feet of grass sod and 9 geraniums. Zoom that a little better. And Wong spent 96 on 9 square foot of sod and 3 geraniums. Find the cost of 1 square foot of grass sod and the cost of 1 geranium. So this we have 2 people, Leah and Wong, and their sentences are basically right there as well. Okay. So when I look at this, it's the cost of total money that we have at the end. I'm going to actually write this one here. So grass sod is X, geranium is Y. So for grass, 13 square feet of grass sod, so 13X, plus 9 geraniums, so Y is the cost of the geraniums. That cost Leah $190. Okay, so we have sod is one column, geraniums is another, cost is the third. Then we have Wong spent, he bought 9 square foot of grass plus 3 geraniums, and that cost $96. Okay, so the keys are finding the X, the Y, equal sign, constant. What are those columns going to be? Now I can decide what I'm getting rid of. So I'm going to get rid of the Y's. I don't want to try to change 9 to 13. That's going to be multiplying by big numbers. So I'm going to multiply the bottom row by -3. Okay. This I'm going to go back and do on this other sheet now. So the first row will be 13x. Get off this little crack I have here so I'm not splitting my paper. 13x plus 9y equals 190. Nothing changes there. The bottom row we're multiplying by -3, so I get -27x minus 9y equals, see, 96 times 3 is 280, -288. Okay. So here, 27 into 13 is -14x, or 13 minus 27. The y's cancel, which is what we wanted. And then 190 minus 288 gives us -98. So we got one step to solve. Divide by -14. Now, say you divided by 14 and not negative. Now that we're dealing with real world problems, the answer is 7 for x. But if you got -7, we got to think back to, does that make sense? No, it doesn't. That would be our answer. So we need to make sure that they're making sense. You can't have -7 for the cost of the sod. All right, we need to plug back in for y then. So if that's my x, I'll use the top equation. 13 times 7 plus 9y equals 190. 13 times 7 gives me 91 plus 9y equals 190. We subtract 91, so 9y equals 190 minus 91 is 99. And divide by 9, and y is 11. Now, if you need to refer yourself back and say, all right, what was I finding again? Oh, x was the cost of grass, and y was the cost of a geranium. So we want to make sure that we got that, so that it's $7, okay, for the grass sod, and I'm okay with that. I know it's like per square foot. And it would be $11 per geranium, but we need to go back and make sure we label them. Okay, so the solving, these two parts we did are nothing different. The writing is what's new today. How do I write those to make sense out of the information that was given to me? Here we had vans, buses, students. Here this was the sod cost, the geranium cost, and this was total cost. So that one will often come about. Okay, where you have cost of things. So it's the cost of one plus the cost of the other equals the total cost. Will always be 2 for now. Yes. Could you go 3? Yeah, but then you're dealing with 3 variables. You get to that in algebra 2. All right. So we'll do some more examples of this so you have more of them tomorrow. But this gives you 2 of those problems to start with, and then you'll get some more practice in class as well. Have a great day.